A Street Worry, welcome in. Hey, Kindred Crystal, welcome in. Welcome back. How's everybody doing tonight? We're getting a lot of rain right now. It's really nice to hear. Cass, welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, love is frozen in time. Hey, Mexipina, welcome in. Hey, Jamie, welcome in. Welcome back. Thank you for the join my team. Stacy, welcome in. Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday Eve. Friday Eve. Woohoo! Takes the pressure off. Thank you so much for the gift, Mexipina. Bing Bong, welcome in. Welcome back. Hey, Gracie Gray, welcome in. Welcome back. Gracie Gray, good to see you. You've been coming a lot lately. Thank you. Oh, we got one message share. Thank you so much for the message share. I appreciate that. Very nice. Bing bong, whoop whoop. Yep. We'll wait a couple of minutes before we get started. I have the Netflix fireplace on, but I'm going to go back to the YouTube one because we really can't see this one. All love is frozen in time. This one I feel like we can see a lot better. A nice, cozy fire. Mixie Pina, it's raining over here in Rancho. Is it raining over there where you live at? There we can see. Oh, shoot. That wasn't smart. Not yet? Oh, okay. Yeah, it's raining over here. It's really nice. We got to get the ambiance in full view. Being right. I was watching this TikTok and they had Amy Grant on. It's an old 80s song. It's called I Will Remember You. I'm enjoying the rain here. Oh, Dartini, it's raining over there. Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it's very nice. It's raining steadily too. It's supposed to rain all night. Yay! Dartini, how's everything up north going? Good old Sacramento. Good old Sacramento. Right, yes, Dartini, I completely agree. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. Love it. Oh, same. Yeah. Yeah, nothing going on here either. How are the fires going in LA? I haven't followed up how much damage. Lauren, I think they're out now. It's raining here. It's raining here in LA. Well, I'm in Rancho, which is an hour outside, but yeah, I think they're out. I know so much news that feels like a month ago. Or literally like a year ago that happened. From what I understand, they're just letting the people into the neighborhoods to see. Yeah. Oh, Dartini, they are, yes. Hey, John, welcome in. What did you learn about today? What was your studying about? Yeah, we're we're glad they're out. They were letting the people back in their neighborhoods to see what's going on. So we're gonna wait and see what they do. We'll wait just a couple of minutes, guys. Hey, Grace Agrias, happy Friday Eve to everybody. We have some new titles tonight for us to read. Oh, my review for my anatomy exam. Oh, okay. Gosh, you have a test already? Didn't you just start? I hated that. When you would look at the syllabus and like 3 weeks in, there was already an exam. Like, what? I won't get my book. I won't get my book until that 3 weeks. The books too. I can imagine how much the books cost now. They're probably like $500. Yes, what the hell? Try week 1 of biopsychology. Oh my god. Oh, it would drive me insane. Doing great today. Hey Anna, welcome in. Shalise, hey Shalise, we haven't seen you in a while. Welcome in. We'll begin in a couple of minutes, guys. We're just waiting for the room to get filled up. Just waiting for the room to get filled up. Find most of my... Your lives are my favorite thing ever. I gave birth. I give birth next month, and these lives bring me so much peace. Oh my gosh, Lauren Fayette. We've had, I think you're our 4th. We've had our 4th live baby. Dartini, I know the community here is great. It's like its own little, it's created itself. They're very warm, very well. All of you guys are very warm and very welcoming. And we have a group of people who join and they don't say it. They never say anything. But we love that because we're almost like the entertainment for them with our conversations. Lauren, are you gonna have a boy or are you gonna have a girl? Yes, Anna, I agree. It's a very intimate, cozy atmosphere. Oh, you're gonna have a girl. Fun. Everybody, let's send good vibes to our friend Lauren to start interacting. Really, Anna? That's interesting. It almost took me 3 months to start interacting. Oh, I love it. That's so sweet. Yeah. I try to engage. I'm more of a lurker who is listening. Oh, Dynamite D, that's fine. I think it's I like to when I go into somebody's room, I like to see what people comment too. Like what's the vibe? There was this one guy that I used to follow. He would always come on in the morning, and he had his regulars, and he would just he always had a good community. I try to engage. So much, Lauren. Yes. Yeah, our 4th baby. My one of my counselors at our site, she's pregnant with twins. She's got what do you call it? Fraternal twins, and she is due she leaves this month. She walks around that campus though, and I'm like, girl, you're carrying twins and walking around the campus. Like, oh my god. Lauren Fayette, right? She said one of them is 5 pounds and the other one is 4. That's so cute. It's like makes up one baby, but they're like, Oh, it's a me thing. Too self-conscious. Hi, what do you? Hey, Nikki Wicket. Nikki Wicket, are you new? What do you do? Usually talk about. If you're new, we read children's literature. We elevate the children's literature genre on my life. Mm-hmm. I've been on your lives many times. I never interacted. Oh, fun! Nikki Wiki, we're just waiting for people to get. Oh, you are new. Welcome in. Let's welcome in Nikki Wiki. We're gonna read in a minute. We're gonna read in a moment. We just wait for the room to get filled with people, and then we start. We read children's literature books. My great aunt had 2 sets of twins amongst 5 other kids. Oh my gosh! Wow, just relax. That's a lot. We are in Nikki Wiki. We are in the midst of Valentine's Day. Hey, Christina, welcome in. We're Valentine's Day. Sometimes we read Valentine's Day themed books, but today we've got a lot of good titles tonight. So let's go ahead and get started. Yes, you guys, the audience members, our live viewers. We have a really good community here, and they will fill you in on the details. Guys, let her know about everything. Let her know about the art wall, the tea, the coffee, or the tea, the candles, everything. I'm gonna turn on the light. Guys, I saw this one. I wanted to start the live with this one because I knew this one's gonna be a good one. This one's called Shoemaker Martin. Shoemaker Martin. Something about shoemakers in children's literature always gone hand in hand. Craft, yes, Craft Wednesday, Project Wednesday. Oh, we haven't started the February birthdays yet, Clay Logan. I keep forgetting. Ugh. I'll remember that, I promise. So when we open this, oh, Shoemaker Martin is taken from Leo Tolstoy. I don't think he's like an old. It says, after showing kindness towards 3 strangers, a Russian shoemaker learns that Jesus visited him 3 times. This beautiful story about sharing is a joy to read at Christmas or any time throughout the year. Well, this is a Christmas book, and this is Russia. We love a good end page. We love a good moon. We love a good Russian background. We haven't had a lot of Russian children's literature books. The Shoemaker. Yes, gorgeous. But these are the kind of books that, I love these traditional books. They're so otherworldly. Whose birthday is in February? I have it right here on my list. I think we had somebody coming up, didn't we? I know I put him here on this strip. Oh, Justine. Oh my gosh, and she showed up earlier. We should have wished her a happy birthday. I feel so bad I didn't remember. Oh, shoot. So if Justine comes on tonight, let's wish her a happy birthday. Totally forgot. Shoemaker Martin. In a small town in Russia, there once lived a man called Martin, who earned his living mending shoes. He lived and worked in a basement room. Through the window, all he could see of people passing by were their legs. But he still recognized most of them, as there was scarcely a pair of boots or shoes in town that he had not mended at one time or another. Yes, Nikki Wiki. It's one of our live members, Justine. This is our live birthday wall. So we have some friends that have their birthday in January. We have their name and the date on here. I'm supposed to have some red hearts here for February's birthday, but I keep forgetting. Okay, this is Shoemaker Martin. Shoemaker Martin, he loves to make shoes, and he's got this little humble abode at the bottom, and all he ever sees are people's feet walking by. I love the illustration. Look at his face. Shoemaker Martin. Martin worked all day until it became too dark for him to see his work. Then he would make a pot of tea, light the lamp, and take down his big Bible from the shelf. He read many pages, and the more he read, the happier he felt. One winter evening, he went on reading till it was very late, and he reached the story of the rich man who invited Jesus into his home. Martin thought hard. If Jesus comes to visit me, what would I say? What would I do? How would I welcome him? Still thinking about this, Martin fell asleep. Shoemaker Martin loves his tea. He loves a good book. He loves a good lamp. Look at the details on his cabinetry. Gorgeous. You know those are homemade. And then his little shelf here. He's got like this real humble, yes, just relax, very true. This is us. I resonated with this. I resonated this line. Then he would make a pot of tea, light the lamp, and take down his big Bible from the shelf. We take down our children's literature from the shelf and we read. The little glow here on this little lamp. Martin called a voice suddenly. Martin woke up, but no one was there. Then he heard the voice again. It said, "Make sure you watch the street tomorrow, because I shall be coming." Martin sat up and rubbed his eyes. Had he really heard those words, or was it just a dream? He looked carefully around the room, but saw nobody. He turned out the lamp and soon went back to sleep. Yeah, he does. I'll just relax. The same last name, Martin. We love good illustrations. Let's start on this side here. We love a good moon. Children's literature, his shutters. And then look at the door frame. And the door, the details on that. And then his little nightstand here. Again, beautiful decorations. These are probably handcrafted. He's got his little boots, a little picture here. His little cozy bed. And then this wooden ceiling with the wall. The next morning, Martin got up very early before dawn. He lit the stove and put the kettle of water on it. As he ate his breakfast, he looked out of the window, wondering whether it had been a dream last night or whether he really would see some unfamiliar shoes belonging to a very special stranger. Still pondering, he set to work. Just as he was cutting a piece of leather, Martin heard footsteps outside. He looked up but saw only poor old Stefan, the street sweeper. Stefan was stamping his feet and blowing into his freezing hands in an effort to get warm. Stefan. So remember, he had a dream. Jesus said that he was going to come and be prepared. Look at these little cottages. We love a good cottage scene in children's literature. They look so warm and inviting and friendly. Quickly, Martin opened the window and called, "Come on in, Stefan, and warm up a bit. The kettle's just boiling." Guys, don't we love that? Stefan staggered in. "Don't bother to wipe your feet. Sit down by the stove." Stefan sipped the hot tea that Martin gave him, and when he felt warm again, he thanked Martin gratefully before leaving. "Don't mention it. Come any time," replied Martin. Guys, you're gonna love this picture. You're gonna love it. We love a good chimney. We love a good fireplace. We love when it's cold outside. We love you when you're invited in and it's nice and warm and you can warm your hands by the fire. And we've got some boiling tea ready. He's got a little black tea kettle there. Look at their cute little chairs. Yes, very cozy. We love this. Samantha, we don't love the cold. But I love these lines though. Come on in, Stefan, and warm up a bit. The kettle's just boiling. Love it. Martin drank a cup of tea himself, then made some cabbage soup for later. This guy has the life. When next he looked out the window, he saw a young woman standing huddled out in the bad weather with a baby in her arms. She was trying to wrap up the baby to shelter it from the cold wind, but she scarcely had anything to wrap it in except her thin, shabby dress. Martin went up to the door and called her in. So here's the lady. This is the next person. It's a mother with a baby. It's super cold outside, and all the mom has is her shabby dress to keep the baby warm. He gave her some of his hot soup and brought his old coat to put around her shoulders. Aww! It was big enough to protect her and the baby. Afterward, he played with the baby and made it laugh. Finally, Martin fetched some money from an old trunk and gave it to the mother to buy milk. The poor woman bowed and thanked Martin most gratefully before she left, feeling much better. Oh, just relax. It's a balmy 29 degrees here. Oh my goodness, it was 2 degrees yesterday. So you're feeling this whole atmosphere. Just relax. You're feeling this whole atmosphere. We love his chimney. He's got his soup. His little chair. It's like a heat wave. Right? Yeah, 29 is probably a heat wave for you. That's funny. It's a very cute book. I love this book. Definitely one for the archives. Martin finished off the soup and cleared away the dishes. Later, as he sat at work again, a shadow fell across the window, and Martin looked up eagerly. But it was just townsfolk passing. Some of them he knew, and some of them he didn't. But nobody in particular caught his attention or seemed like a special visitor. All at once he heard shouting outside on the street. A market woman was dragging along a poorly dressed boy who had stolen one of her apples. She tugged him by his hair, and the boy protested and struggled to get away. So he's looking for Jesus. Jesus is supposed to come visit him. In his dream, Jesus said, I'm going to come visit you. So we saw the sweeper. He invited him in. We saw the lady with the baby, invited him in. And now there's this woman who's getting robbed by this boy. He's stealing her apples. Went from 30s to 70s in Georgia for the past week. Oh my gosh, Gracie Gray. Yikes. Martin hurried out and separated them. Let him go, grandmother, he begged. He won't do it again. If we punish someone so harshly for taking an apple, what punishments would we expect for our sins that are far, far worse? Period. Period. The boy and the woman looked at Martin and then looked at each other. Quietly, the boy asked the old woman to forgive him and offered to carry her basket along the road. So Martin had some sense. He has some compassion. Look at this little snowy village town here. He won't do again. If we punish someone so harshly for taking an apple, what punishments would we expect for our sins that are far? Martin wanted to finish stitching one of the boots that had to be delivered tomorrow. Soon it was dark. The lamplighter passed by, lighting the street lamps. Martin finished the boot. Then he put his tools away and swept the scraps of leather from the floor. He took down his lamp from the nail on the wall and placed it on the table so he could read once again the passage from the Bible that had been so much on his mind since the last night. Suddenly, he had the feeling that somebody was moving behind him. He looked around, and this time it really seemed there were some people in the room, but Martin could not make out who they were. Martin, he's having his own little adventure. He opens that gorgeous window. There's the street. Looks like his house, his apartment is used to be the attic, and then they did an add-on. The only thing though is that if it rains a lot, it'll flood. And the only place the water has to go is inside. Then the voice whispered in his ear, "Martin, didn't you recognize me?" "Who?" "Me." And out of the shadows stepped Stefan, smiling. "This was me too," the voice said again, and the woman with the baby came forward. She smiled, and the baby laughed. "And this was me as well," the voice said, and the old woman appeared, together with the boy who had taken the apple. Both of them were smiling. Martin looked at them all in amazement, and then each one vanished. A lesson for our times. A lesson for our times. Even though they might look different than you, it doesn't mean it's not Jesus. Even though they look different than you, does not mean it's not Jesus. Period. Period. Full stop. Let's take a Jesus moment. Just because you don't look like me does not mean that you are not Jesus. Then the shoemaker realized that his dream had come true after all. Jesus really visited him that day, and he, Martin, had taken him in. Martin didn't say, Mariah, Martin didn't say, what color is your skin? Martin didn't say, what political affiliation are you in? Martin didn't say a lot of things. He said, come right in. The tea is ready. The tea is ready. Then the shoemaker realized that his dream had come true after all. Jesus really visited him that day, and he, Martin, had taken him in. Martin was overcome with joy. Martin didn't say, are you a billionaire? Martin didn't say, I'm going to go colonize your neighborhood and take over. He did say none of that. He just said, come on in, we have some tea, it's piping hot. I'm being a little shady. He began reading from the Bible where it had fallen open. It was a different page from the one he had read last night. At the top of the page he read, inasmuch as ye have done it unto the least of these brethren, ye have done it to me. Let me read that again. Inasmuch as ye have done it unto the least of these brethren, ye have done it unto me. Kinder Krista. He did not ask for papers. He did not ask whether you are a legal citizen or not. He said, come on in. Now I know that there's limitations. I get that. But this is a powerful book. Inasmuch as you have done it unto the least of these brethren, you have done it to me. Period. Full stop. The Shoemaker, Martin. This definitely gonna get this one. Definitely gonna get this one. A book for our times. A book for our times. We must be living in historical times because a lot of these books with deep messages, a book for our time. All right, let's take a vote. I give this a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Having been brought up a Catholic, Christian Catholic, I've had to make my way through the fog. I had to make my way through what was right, what was wrong. Makes opinion 10 out of 10. Yes. It's a good one. A good one. We love reading children's literature. We love all genres of children's literature, and that's the best thing about children's literature. We love Americana, Home of the Wild, 50 States of these United States. We love Americana. We love traditional. We love a good cat and dog book. We love when it's just too much. We love everything, and children's literature covers everything. We love The Undefeated, African American History Month. And we love, what's next? What else is there to love here? Love. Just like, what's her name? Sex and the City, the first movie. Remember the one character, I forgot her name, Jennifer Hudson. She had that keychain that said love, and she said, love's the thing, you know. That's love. And like our millennial queen, what's her name? Just do it with love. Just do it with love. What's her name again? I forgot. She's an actress now. She used to be. Yes, it was the email password to Carrie's computer she made. Love's the thing, you know. I got my love. I love that. J. Hud in that movie. She made that movie. J. Hud. Guys, another one we're going to love. When we see this one, you guys are going to love it. Tartini, that was a good one, huh? The Red Hat. We know this one's going to be a good one. The Red Hat. It's just, there's something about it. Let's find out. We open the end page and we get this really cool design pattern here. Really cool design pattern. The Red Hat. Guys, and if you feel like there's a texture to it, there's a texture. Billy Hightower lived atop the world's tallest building. Even the clouds didn't reach so high. When it rained, Billy stayed dry. No puddles, no rainbows. It was the wind and Billy Hightower. Guys, look at the wind. Look at that. Christina, are you still on? You said it was very windy where you were at. This is Christina right now, out in the wind. So Billy Hightower lived atop the world's tallest building. Even the clouds didn't reach so high. When it rained, Billy stayed dry. No puddles, no rainbows. It was the wind and Billy Hightower. Until one day a ladder appeared, followed by men in hard hats. And then, so Billy lives in this high tower. And the real estate agent didn't tell him his view was eventually going to be obstructed by a new building covering it up. Look at the wind, guys. A girl, oh wait, let me see. Until one day a ladder appeared, followed by men in hard hats, and then a girl. She wore a red hat. Hi, my name is Billy Hightower. Billy wanted to meet the girl in the red hat and called out, but the wind whisked his words away. Yeah, Brian Jingjing, we knew this was going to be a good one. This is going to be a good one. So across the tower is a girl. He called out, hi, my name is Billy Hightower, but the wind whisked his words away. We love that Billy Hightower has a red scarf. So Billy wrote a note. Hi, my name is Billy Hightower. I like your hat. Then he folded it and folded it and folded it and threw it to the girl in the red hat. It glided and spun, but before it could reach her, the wind snatched the note away. The art style reminds me of the car and the hat with the whites, reds, and blues. Oh, the cat in the hat, yes. I know, it does have like a very familiar look to it. So he wrote a little note on the airplane, and then he threw it and started flying around. Guys, look at the little curly cues. Isn't that an interesting detail? Like, how do you think of that? I want to make, how does the illustrator say, I'm going to make wind, and I'm going to make it shiny and have a texture to it. It's very subtle, just like when invisible. It's still invisible. Oh, just relax. February 11th, International Day of Women and Girls in Science, National Inventor Day. We're going to have to find a special book for that one, Just Relax. Just Relax, can you send that and remind me as a DM, please? I'm going to see if we can find anything in our book collection. Yeah, it does have a shimmer to it, Anna Baeza, you're right. Next, Billy tried a kite. On the tail, he wrote, hi, my name is Billy Hightower. I like your hat. The ear flaps are nice. And he let it fly. It climbed, it dropped, but as the girl in the red hat reached for it, the wind yanked the kite away. Oh, I'm looking things up celebrated in February. Okay, perfect. No. We have Valentine's covered and we have our Black History Month covered. We have a lot of titles for Black History Month, so we're good. We don't want to forget. So next, Billy tried a kite. So he got the kite, threw it up in the sky, it dropped. But the wind whisked it away. And he has a red scarf and she's got a red hat. Billy ran inside and came back with a blanket. Billy is determined. Then, holding the blanket by the corners, I love how everything that he's doing is red. So it started with a red scarf. She's got a red hat. Now that he's doing a red blanket. And you can see the wind in this in the red blanket. But That's really pretty. I love this color. Red is my favorite color. He captured the wind roared, Billy swooped, he swirled, he soared toward the girl in the red hat. But just as Billy reached her, so he took flight. He took flight by the wind and ended up flying away. She couldn't get near it. She couldn't reach him. Hey, K. Sarah, welcome in. We haven't seen you in a while. The wind swept him away. It stole the girl's red hat, too. Oh, okay. I love these sweeping pictures. Sweeping. Constantly in motion. So not only did the blanket get swept away, but a red hat. This picture here is just a black and white outline. That's all it is, black hair, some black lines, and it creates an image. When the wind put Billy down, this is a very creative book. He couldn't see the girl or the red hat at all. Guys, look at the perspective on this. So he's looking down from the street up. And you've got the wind. The wind hasn't left. And he's looking for the girl, but she's gone. I'm sick, so this is a perfect way to realize. Oh no, do you have a cold? The wind raged. It bellowed across the boulevards, trying to drive him back. I'm going to meet the girl in the red hat, he said. He is so determined. The wind raged. It bellowed across the boulevards, trying to drive him back. I'm going to meet the girl in the red hat, he said. I love how they wrote the words in red lettering as well. And then look at the red balloon. We haven't heard anything about red balloons. So I'm wondering what the red balloons look like. Yes, my babies and I have been sick since last Thursday. Oh, no. Oh. Is the baby coughing? Oh, it's so hard when you hear babies coughing. As sure as my name, the wind howled. It yowled down alleyways, almost stopping him cold. He's gonna find that girl in the red hat. And the wind is relentless. The wind has been with him this whole time. Yes, I can imagine. Yes, being a sick mom as well. As sure as my name. And look at the red arrow. These little like clues. We had a red balloon, we've got a red arrow, and we've got this red piping. Is as sure as my name, the wind howled, it yowled down alleyways, almost stopping him cold, is Billy Hightower. Okay, as sure as my name. So he's gonna find her. He's determined. The Crimson Tower. So there's the red hat. The girl's red hat. And look at the red carpet. Yeah, I think these are all signs. The red is leading him. And the wind. No, they didn't. They both didn't get that too bad. Oh, okay, good. Yes. After that, the wind didn't stand a chance. So he entered. Here's the wind right here. And there's the red hat. Guys, this book is good, huh? I want to know, does he get her? At the elevator, he punched up and he knocked at the first door on the top floor. When the girl answered, Billy took a deep breath and said, "Hi, my name is Billy Hightower." Then, with a smile, he added, "I found your hat." Aww. So this is a true love story. He has her hat and the scarf. She's got the red door. Aww. Guys, the beginning. They're finally together in the same tower, the Crimson Tower. And all it ends with is the beginning. That's really cute. That's very sweet. The end. The red hat. The red hat. The red hat. This was a good one. I really like this one. The two so far that we've read, you guys have gotten some really good titles tonight. Some really good titles tonight. Let's see. What did we start with? We started with We Had to Preach. We had to preach a little. We needed to, yes. Shoemaker Martin, 1. The Red Hat, 2. I'm divided. These are both very good. These are a tie, as far as I know. These are a tie. Let's see in the comment section, what are you guys thinking? 1 or 2? While you make your decision, I'm going to drink a sip of tea. Just like Shoemaker Martin. I'm going to drink a spot of tea. Guys, look at who's over here. Bam Bam. Oh, Bam Bam. We're not gonna give him too much attention that he's gonna get. Let's see. Anna Beza, Can't Decide. They're both, yes, they were really good. Just Relax, 1. Clay Logan, 2. Sage Menting. I love it. Yeah, I really liked both of them. It's really good. Let me serve the last of the tea. Anna Bay, let me see, Anna 1. I'm not really a religious person, but I like the message. Yes, just relax. Yeah, that one, that was a good one. We like to take in all types of messages, you know? We like to take in all types of messages because the reality is we're all the same. We're all the same spirits, but we just have differences. One of the things that I struggle the most with my therapist, and I keep going around the same mountain over and over again with my therapist, is I want to be special. I want to be different. And every time I talk to him about something, I always end the same where I began. It's because I want to be different and I want to, but I'm just like everybody else. And we had to work at the beginning. I would say, is that normal? Is that normal? And he says, you need to start saying, is that common? Is that common? Because I realized everything that I think that I'm doing that is different isn't. Yes, we all want to be shown human decency and love. Yep. Just do it with love. What was that? What's her name? What's that singer's name for the early 2000s? She's an actress now. Gosh, what's her name? Just do it with love. Okay, let's look for our third time. Not Usher. Gosh, what's her name? I'll remember it. Okay, let's do something funny. King Kong's cousin. King Kong's cousin. Hillary Duff. Thank you so much. Hillary Duff. It was going to be Just Do It With Love. Dun, dun, dun. She says, baby, you can be tough. Say enough is enough. That song is all about her. That song is all about her telling her boyfriend, you can be tough, but just do it with love. You can tell me I'm too much. You can tell me I'm wrong. You can tell me whatever it is. Just tell it to me with love. That's what I tell my teacher friends at work. You can tell me I'm wrong. Just do it with love. All right, King Kong's cousin. So we have all these little scenarios here on the open flat. The end page of King Kong's cousin. Humming that. King Kong's cousin. Kong was the most famous gorilla in the city. His cousin Junior was not that famous at all. Kong was the most famous gorilla in the city. His cousin Junior was not famous at all. So there's King Kong in his notorious scene, top of a building. Kong was as big as an apartment building. Junior lived in an apartment building with his mother and his cat, Bernice. So, Kong was as big as the apartment building. Look at him. Look at him go. Junior lived in an apartment building with his mother and his cat, Bernice. Kong was as strong as 4 elephants. Junior was as strong as Bernice. Soon I will be as big and strong too, said Junior. He did his exercises and ate his bamboo and marked his height on the wall. So Kong was already a legend. Kong was as strong as 4 elephants. Junior was as strong as his cat, Bernice. Soon I will be big and strong too. So he did his exercises, ate his bamboo, and marked his height on the wall. Look at the cat helping him out. Kong wrestled dinosaurs. There's Junior and Bernice looking at Kong wrestling dinosaurs. Kong climbed to the tops of skyscrapers. We're getting a lot of cityscapes. There's Kong, there's Junior, and there's the I forgot the name of this. My mind, I'm tired. We've got the building. It's climbing the building. Look at this perspective that they're showing us. Junior climbed onto his patio bench. When Junior took a bath, it was just a bath. His piano bench. Junior climbed onto his piano bench. When Junior took a bath, it was just a bath. The cat. This is a very cat thing. Yawning. looking at him in the bath. When Kong took a bath, it was an extravaganza. He's taking a bath. There's Manhattan in the background there. Kong did heroic things. Has the truck, the palace, the restaurant. Oh, there's Junior and the cat. I was looking for them. Junior did chores. He fed his goldfish Larry, then checked his height again. It was still the same. Junior's life is just average. It's not like Kong's life where it's exciting. He did his chores. He fed his goldfish. Super grow fish food. And he checked his height. It was still the same. Look at him eating the super grow fish food. It's not for you, Junior. You're just as special as your cousin, said his mother. But Junior didn't believe her. Kong was on Broadway. Yeah, Junior's like, no, look at King Kong. He's wrestling elephants. He was in a movie. I love how this is in black and white, too. All the actors and actresses. The little dog. And he was a grand marshal of the Thanksgiving Day Parade. Junior and Bernice watch him pass by. There he is. The New York Day Parade. Felix the cat. The wonderful, wonderful cat. Whenever he gets in a fix, he reaches into his bag of tricks. Felix the cat. Felix the cat. Well, Junior did. Bernice was suddenly nowhere to be found. Then Junior heard a terrible howling. Bernice was stuck in a tree. He lost Bernice, and look at Bernice, she's in the tree. Macy's Day Parade, yes, just relax. Bernice got stuck in the tree. Without thinking, Junior climbed up to get her, but when he looked down, the ground was very far away. Still, it was Thanksgiving, and Junior was hungry, so he draped Bernice over his shoulders and scooched down to the ground. So he's going to be big and brave and get Bernice down from the tree. Aw, look at little Bernice. She reminds me of Pebbles. That's something Pebbles would do. Get stuck in a tree. Dinner was wonderful. You're very brave today, said Junior's mother at bedtime. Junior did not feel brave, exactly, but he did feel warm and happy. And maybe even Bernice. These two are inseparable. She's got her cat, Chow. He's got his steak in it. He's got a steak there. Mashed potatoes. He felt like a hero. Look at Bernice. A little bigger. This is a cute book. So there he is. He did not want to go to sleep until he measured himself. And then look at the little light. And they put the lettering right there, a little bigger. Look at King Kong. Big goofy smile. Bernice is like, good night. Peace out. I caused enough trouble for the night. The end. King Kong's Cousin. This was a good one. We like this one. This was a good one. You guys are getting really good titles tonight. Both you and the East Coast feed, really good titles. Really good titles tonight. Really good titles. Okay, let's take a vote, as some of your votes might have shifted. Might have shifted. Yes. We started with Shoemaker Martin, The Red Hat, King Kong's Cousin. These are still tied to me. I really like these two. Shoemaker Martin and The Red Hat. What are you guys thinking? I think a lot of you guys are asleep. The spell is working. You guys are sleeping. Lori 2, Clay Logan 2, Just Relax. East Coast, but up super late. Oh, Kat, Yes, doing very well, Kat. You guys don't have to speak, it's okay. If you guys just want to be read to, that's fine. That's what we're here for. Sleep. Sleep. Since we started our live with Shoemaker Martin. Oh, John, you're trying to multitask? Oh, okay. That's okay, John. Since we started with Shoemaker Martin, let's end with the Forgiveness Garden. I'm working overnight and this is making me sleepy. Lily, where are you working overnight at? 3 was cute. I like the humor. 1 had an impact. Yes, Just Relax, didn't it? I've been listening while looking at rugs on Amazon. Moving to a house with no carpet. Oh, okay. Yeah, you do your thing. Yeah, you guys aren't obligated to be full attention. The Forgiveness Garden. We're learning. Spiritual. Let me ask you guys a question about forgiveness. Have you had to forgive? Have you had to forgive? Clay Logan, you need this one? Yeah. Let's see what the Forgiveness Garden. I've had to forgive. In the past, I've had to forgive. And the hard part about forgiving is understanding that I have no control over the outcome. I always forgive, but don't forget. Yes. Yeah, John. We don't have to forget. Forgetting is not part of it, but we can let it go. Let it go. Yeah, it's very hard to do. It is. Yeah, forgiveness is not easy. We love this good end page here. We've got like a green. There was a valley, and through the valley ran a stream. The village of Vayam stood on one side, and the village of Gamti stood on the other. There was no peace in the valley, for the 2 villages had hated each other for a long, long time. I love this one. 2 villages, one Vayam and the other one Gamti, and for the 2 villages had hated each other for a long, long time. It's hard to do, especially if they still don't see the love. Yes. Oh, Clay Logan. Okay. One day, a new argument sparked. Both villages claimed a certain part of the stream as their own. Angry words flew across the stream. Then stones. A Gamti boy named Karun picked up a large stone and hurled it across the water. A Vayam girl named Sama stood where the stone fell. The stone hit Sama hard on the head, and she fell hard to the ground. All right, interesting. Interesting. So a fight broke out like normal. These two villages hated each other. Hated each other. The fight broke out. One of the boys from the Vayam side threw a stone and hit the girl and knocked her out. Okay. The villagers of Vayam ran to help. The villagers of Gamti cheered and ran away. The Vayams called out for revenge. They were angry, and they were afraid. Would the Gamtis never stop fighting? They gathered around Sama, admiring her courage and plotting their revenge against the Gamtis. As days passed, Sama's pain began to lessen, but her hatred of the Gamtis grew. So, look at their facial expressions. So they rescued the girl. She got hit on the head with a rock. And they're like, we're not going to forget about this. We are not going to forget about the Gamtis. Look at the Gamtis running away. And in the village of Gamti too, the people were angry, and they were afraid. Would the Vayamas fight us always? They gathered around Karun, praising his courage and scheming how to defend against the Vayams. Karun secretly wondered how brave he had truly been, but his hatred for the Vayams only grew. We're dealing with some really tough issues in children's literature tonight. We're dealing with some really tough issues in children's literature tonight, but we elevate the children's literature genre. So we're invested. So Gamti, let me see, Karun is the guy who threw the rock. And their hatred for each other is starting to grow. Starting to grow. One day, Sama walked along the stream, yearning for something to ease her aching, angry heart. She reached the calm pool and bent to drink. What she saw reflected there stopped her. She saw the ugly scar, but most of all, she saw her own dark, brooding scowl. Who have I become? She cried. Sama wept for a long time. Our queen, Sama. It's either Sama or Sama. I'm going to say Sama. She's walking along the stream one day. She sees her reflection and she realizes she's scowling. Scowling. And she looks at herself and says, what have I become? What have I become? Then Sama looked across the stream. There, a few children from Gamti walked together. How scared and angry and sad they looked. Sama's heart softened. They are just like us, she thought. Just like us. Suddenly, a few of Sama's own people ran up. Here you are, they shouted. the time for revenge has come. And they pulled her away to join the fight. Villagers from Vayam and Gamti crowded the stream. The Vayams held a captive. It was Karun, and they all held stones. A large stone was put in Sama's hand, and it was the stone that Karun had thrown. Throw the stone at him, her people hissed. Throw it hard. Mm-hmm. Yes, just relax. Guys, this story, they captured Karun, the boy who threw the stone. They captured him. They're going to get that stone, and they're going to tell Sama to throw it at him. Throw the stone, her people hissed. Throw it hard. Sama looked at all the villagers, those from Vayam and those from Gamti. Their faces were like hers, had been hardened with anger and fear and hate. She looked at the villagers. They looked like her. Hardened with anger, fear, and hate. Suddenly, Sama knew what she had to do. No, she said in a loud, clear voice. I won't hurt him. Let the boy go. Her people grumbled. Sama went on. It's time to stop the fighting, she said. We must stop hurting and hating. And she flung the large stone to the ground. Let us build a garden instead, she said. Now, all of the people grumbled. Someone shouted, What kind of garden? Sama knew. A forgiveness garden. Sama, that was bold of her to do. People wanted revenge. And when people are hungry, the villagers are hungry for revenge, it takes a brave soul to not do it. Yes, just relax. I agree. The pictures go along. It's very different. This is a good tale. So she chucked the stone. She said, we're going to build a garden instead. Some people gasped. Some scoffed. Some just laughed. But some from Vayam murmured. If Sama wants it, they let Karun go. Then they piled their stones near Sama's. Some from Gamti saw this and murmured, It's worth a try. They added stones of their own. Only Karun hung back, scared and angry. Here's Karun. She's going to step out. Stone by stone, the people of the valley built a garden wall together. But they had questions. If we forgive, must we forget all that has happened? Asked the villagers of Vayam. Sama answered, We will sit together in the garden and decide. Must we apologize? Asked the villagers of Gamti. Will the Vayams apologize? Selma answered, The garden will help us find what is right. Still, Karun stayed apart, watching and thinking. Okay, Karun, scowling. She's already moved on with her life. She's telling the villagers, if y'all can't keep up with me, I'm already halfway building this garden. All your questions will be answered in the garden. All your questions will be answered in the garden. Villagers set flowers into the soil and planted a tree. When the garden was complete, its loveliness made everyone smile. This garden is for all of us, Sama said. It can help us to put aside hate and learn what forgiveness feels like. Who will join me? That's why forgiveness is important for yourself as much as it. Yes, very true. Just relax. Very true. Especially for your health, too. Yeah, you just can't move on unless you do something. Exactly. It stays with you. Look at how pretty the garden is, the butterflies. The stone wall. The stone wall that she created. Trees for some shade so that people can enjoy. At first, no one moved. No one dared. The two villages had hated each other for so long, had hated each other for a long, long time. It was hard to try a new way. Then Karoom, brave Karoom, stepped forward. I will join you, he said to Sama. She's standing in her power. Standing in her power. She didn't budge. And finally, Karoom comes forward, the guy who hit her with the stone. Sama and Vayam and Karoom of Gamti stepped into the garden together. They sat under the tree and they began to talk. What do you think? They said. I like how it's just their silhouette. The end. Oh, the Garden of Forgiveness is in Beirut, Lebanon, and is the vision of Alexandra Esli, humanitarian activist and psychotherapist, who has declared that every act of revenge is a time bomb thrown into the future. It was created in the aftermath of the Civil War that claimed 300,000 lives. In 2005, I was privileged to take family members who lost loved ones in the tragic events of 9/11 in New York City to plant an olive tree for peace in the Garden of Forgiveness. Standing there on the hallowed ground, we pledged to bring Alexandra's vision to New York and to the world. As Archbishop Desmond Tutu said, there is no future without forgiveness. The Forgiveness Garden. I'm tapping my approval in Morse code. Okay, let's take a vote, as some of your votes might have shifted. Maria, I love it. I shall soak that in. Yes. Okay, we started with Shoemaker Martin. Then we read The Red Hat. We got a little levity with King Kong's cousin. And then we went deep with The Forgiveness Garden. Are you ready to forgive? Are you ready to forgive? Let's take a vote, guys. I'm still tied on these two. Charlene Herrera, you seem so at peace with what is the secret. Charlene Herrera, I love it. Charlene Herrera, are you new? If you're new, join the line. Charlene, I'm 51 years old, and I've been through it. I've been through it, and most of it has been my own making. I created worlds and dramas over the last 30 years, and I've had to find my way through it. see. Clint. Hey, Clint. 3 was cute, 4 was the best. Yeah, the forgiveness card. Charlene Herrera. Join our live. We read children's literature. We elevate the children's literature genre. We have really good titles. Guys, I'm going to show you this one. This one's going to be for tomorrow. The Princess and the Warrior. The Princess and the Warrior. This one's going to be a good one. You can already tell by... Excuse me. Hey, Michelle, welcome in. Thank you for following us. You can already tell by this end page. The Princess and the Warrior. We hit up a good shelf on this one. This is from the San Bernardino. This is from Fontana. I hit the good shelf because the good shelf has been giving us really good. And then my big fantastic family. These are all up and coming for tomorrow. So if you enjoyed the reads tonight, make sure that you join us tomorrow. I have some more Valentine's Day titles coming in tomorrow. So we will continue our Valentine's Day theme. Alrighty, friends. Thank you so much for joining. It is 10:27. That means it's 11:12, 1 o'clock in the East Coast. John, you should be getting ready for sleep. Those of you on the West Coast, it's 10:30. Get your pajamas on. Brush those teeth. Get your fur babies ready. I have Bam Bam here waiting. He's ready to go to sleep. He's waiting for me to turn the lights off. He gets his last snack for the night, and then we go to bed. Yeah. That's your answer for that, right? Yeah, he's definitely ready. He's like, it's time to go to bed. Alrighty, everybody. We will see you tomorrow. 10 o'clock for the East Coast feed, and then 9 o'clock for the West Coast feed. Thank you, everybody, for joining in. I really appreciate it. Have a good night, Wendy. You're welcome. We'll see you guys later.